Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on Python installation for Mac and Linux users. In this lecture we'll see how we can install Python and start using it. So we'll need to install Anaconda and Jupyter. Anaconda is distribution for Python and it has lots of packages. Installing Anaconda will also install Python. And why do we choose to install Python? Why do we choose to install Anaconda? Here are some of the advantages of using Anaconda. It's very easy to install. If you are using Windows, you don't have to worry about figuring out the environment paths. It's very easy to install or update packages independently. So updating packages or installing new packages is independent of any system libraries. And it has lots of packages already installed. Some of the packages are Numpy, SciPy, and so much more. And this also makes its size a bit big. So the size of this Anaconda distribution is about 350 megabytes, around that. So that's why it's a bit big, since it has lots of packages already installed. But it's very easy to use. Okay, let's go and install Anaconda now. So if you type Anaconda Python in Google and open the first link here, it will take you to the official site of Anaconda. So this is the site for Anaconda, www.continuum.io. And if you scroll a little bit down, you will see that it's an open source data science platform powered by Python. It has lots of packages already installed. And here you'll see the options for download for Windows, download for Mac, and download for Linux. So for Mac users, click on the download for OS X link here. And then you'll see Python 3.5 version and Python 2.7 versions. For our lecture, for our course, we'll be using Python 2.7 version. So click on the graphical installer here. So this is the size of the software, around 400 megabytes. So the easiest way to install Anaconda is by clicking on this graphical installer. And once you download this graphical installer, double click the downloaded .pkg file and follow the instructions that appear on the screen. So that's the easiest way to install Anaconda. And if you prefer, the other option is through command line installer. And here are the instructions for that. So for Python 3.5 and Python 2.7. But this is the easiest way. Click on the graphical installer. And once you download the graphical installer, double click the downloaded .pkg file and follow the instructions to complete your installation. Great. Once you finish installation, to make sure that Anaconda is installed, open your terminal. So if you are using Mac, you can click on command and space and type terminal, enter. So this will open your terminal. My Jupyter is already running, so I'll close it, shut down. Okay, let me clear my screen. So this is what it will look like when you first open your terminal. You'll see this. So if you type Python and then press enter, you'll see your Python version. So Python 2.7, and then you'll see your Anaconda, some message like this. Okay, so now we know that Anaconda is installed and also Python is installed. So we have installed Python by installing Anaconda. And since we have typed Python, now we can use Python here. For instance, I can say print hello there. Press enter. Hello there is printed. This is a simple Python statement. You can say for I in range 4, then print I. You see? So now we know that Python is working. So these are simple Python programs or statements just to make sure that Python is working great. And once we check that, you can quit Python. So if you want to quit Python, simply type quit and then press enter. So now we have quit Python. And once we quit Python, if we try to run some Python statements, we'll get an error. Okay, so right now if I do that, I'll get an error because I'm not in Python, and the clear command will clear out my screen. So this is the easiest way to install Python through Anaconda installation. Now that we have installed Anaconda, the next thing we need to do is install Jupyter. Remember, Jupyter Notebook is our IDE option. We'll be using Jupyter throughout the course. That's what we'll see next, how we can install Jupyter. So if I go to jupyter.org, so you can type jupyter.org, or you can go to Google and simply type Jupyter and open the first link. It will take you to the jupyter.org main page. And you can click on install here. So we'll be installing Jupyter. And here we have Jupyter. So here it says for new users, we recommend installing Anaconda. Anaconda conveniently installs Python, the Jupyter Notebook, and other commonly used packages for scientific computing and data science. Great. So you can read more about jupyter.org here, about Jupyter. So the documentation are here, and you can read more about it on jupyter.org. But for our purpose, what we'll need is we need to go back to our terminal, and then to install Jupyter, type the following command. So conda space install space Jupyter. So this is the command that we need to install Jupyter. Conda space install space Jupyter. Then press enter. So now it's fetching all the packages and installing Jupyter. So I have already installed Jupyter on my machine, but for you, you'll see that installation completed or some other message. But since I have already installed Jupyter, I get this message, so I'll say yes. Okay, so now it's complete. Okay, now we have all the things that we need. Let me clear the screen. Okay, now we have installed Anaconda and Jupyter. Now we are ready to use Python. So how can we open Jupyter, the Jupyter notebook? So the command to open your Jupyter notebook is, once you are in your terminal, type Jupyter space notebook. So this command will open Jupyter notebook on your browser. So Jupyter space notebook and press enter. So now you see Jupyter is, let me close this down. So this is your Jupyter notebook homepage. Okay. So I have so many notebooks here, but for you, you won't see those many notebooks, those many documents here. But this is the Jupyter notebook homepage, and in order to start a new notebook, what you have to do is click on new here, click on the new drop down here, new, and then select Python 2. So currently Jupyter has made an update and you might not see the option Python 2. You could see the option for Python and then root. You can choose that, it's okay. Choose Python root, or if you see Python 2. So again, click on the new drop down, select Python 2, or you might see Python root. Okay, choose that, and that will open a new Jupyter notebook for you. So this is a Jupyter notebook. Here, Untitled 14, you can change your title name here. Let's say first notebook, and then click OK. So that will be the name of your notebook. And these are your individual cells. And to double check that Jupyter is working, you can print some statements. Let's say hello Jupyter, then press Shift and Enter to run a cell. Shift plus Enter on your keyboard. So to run a cell, again, Shift plus Enter or Alt plus Enter. And if you perform certain operations, let's say 4 plus 90, you'll get the output. If in instance we have some other Python command, let's say for I in range 7, print, let's say I plus 1, enter. So you'll see the results here. So we know that Jupyter is working. And so this is running Jupyter on our browser, right? On our screen. There is also another option to run Jupyter online. So if you go to jupyter.org, to the main site. So if you go to the main site, jupyter.org, and scroll down, you'll see a button here to try Jupyter for free in your browser. You can do that. So click on the try it in your browser link or button. So this will run Jupyter online, and you will need an internet connection for this. Okay. Again, if you want to open a new notebook, click on new, and then click on Python 2, since we are using Python 2.7, and that will open Jupyter notebook. Then print hello Jupyter to see if it's working. So hello Jupyter is printed. So this is the second option that you have for running Jupyter. It's free to run Jupyter online, but you will need an internet connection. Okay, I'll just close that down. So just to summarize what we saw in this lecture, we saw how to install Anaconda for Mac or Linux users. So we went to continuum.io, the main Anaconda site, click on download for OS X. And then we installed the graphical installer, follow the instruction on the screen to complete installation. And if you are a Linux user, do the same thing by clicking on download for Linux. It has the same instructions. Download the graphical installer and then complete your installation. And once we downloaded Anaconda, we went and downloaded Jupyter. We installed Jupyter, and we mentioned that to install Jupyter, we use the command conda space install space Jupyter on our terminal, right? We opened our terminal and we use this command to install Jupyter. And once we installed Jupyter, we saw that we could open a new Jupyter node. We could open Jupyter on our browser by typing Jupyter space notebook. That will open Jupyter notebook on our browser. And once we have our Jupyter homepage open, we can start a new notebook by clicking on new and then selecting Python 2, or if you see Python root, select that option, and that will open a new notebook for you. Great. Thank you, everyone.